Tour dates, baby. We're back on the road. Just got back from Canada, my home, and I don't know the rest. So we heading out this weekend to Myrtle Beach, baby. Roanoke, Virginia. We in the game. Myrtle Beach, I believe, is sold out. October, Greensboro, North Carolina, ATL, Shout-A, Atlanta, Georgia, Fox Theater, October 14th. Birmingham, Alabama, second show added. October 15th, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Springfield, Illinois, Evansville, Indiana.
Yes.
That's the capital of the world.
Let's go. Not the world of Indiana. Now it's gotten an upgrade. November, we headed to Columbus, Ohio, Joliet, Illinois. I didn't do Illinois, right? Rockford, Milwaukee, and then back to Canada, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, Reading, Pennsylvania, York, Pennsylvania, sold out. Norfolk, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, and Abilene, Texas. That didn't make any sense. Oh, we're going to, that's part of the next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Then December, Phoenix, Arizona, fourth show just added.
Wow.
San Antonio, Austin, Texas, Beaumont, Texas, ending the 2023 tour December the 10th in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, baby. Come see us. AG1, ladies and gentlemen, has been a part of millions of mornings since 2010. If you were 13 years old, bro, think about it. You weren't even alive.
Wow.
When AG1 started. That's how legendary. It's a foundational nutritional supplement that delivers comprehensive nutrition for whole body health. You've heard us talk about it on here many a time. AG1 replaces your multivitamin, probiotic, and more with one drinkable habit. Plus, you look cool, dude.
True.
If you're out and about sipping on some AG1.
Look, watch this. Cut to me real
dude,
quick.
This looks cut to Andrew.
Yeah, if I'm just like over here talking to somebody.
What's
but I'm
up?
holding
Travis
this the whole
Kelce,
time.
Taylor Swift,
looks cool.
Oh yeah, AG1. Oh, I got this AG1, dude. Oh, you're up there. Yeah. Speaking of being on the forefront.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Daily routine that pays off as well as AG1, which is why I trust the whole food sourced energy, not the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any other daily routine. I already read that. Why take a bunch of different things when you can just mix one scoop of powder in water once a day? That's what we do, dude. Be like Alex. Be like me. One scoop of powder mixed with water once a day. AG1 gives you increased energy and mood support, making it easier to
live your best life.
Yeah. Wow. Andrew left us out to dry. Yeah, dude. I had it on the because I've been back on tour.
Mm-hmm.
I've been flying a ton.
Oh yeah, you got the travel packs with you?
Oh yeah, baby.
Nice.
I got it. So you get I fly morning, afternoon to get home, and then I go to the Soho House.
Yep.
Flex.
Yep.
And then I'm ready to go. I can't be wasting a whole day just because I've been traveling.
No, you got to stay on it.
AG1, baby, get in there. If you're looking for a simpler, effective investment for your health, try AG1 and get 5 free AG1 travel packs plus 1 free year supply of vitamin D with your first purchase. drinkag1.com/net positive. That's drinkag1.com/net positive, or hit the link in the episode description. This week in the studio, baby, first of all, we got the all-star lineup, Andrew and Alex, plus your boy. But when you know that the setup is like this, I'm not at a desk. What's that mean?
Context clues.
We got a guest. I was going to say guess the guest, but it's already in the title.
It's in the title, unfortunately.
Yeah, everybody already knows. Trey Kennedy is here.
Yeah, man.
This is going to be some of people's minds are going to be blown. Be like, I thought that was the same guy.
Yeah.
Me and Trey, it's good to have him in here. Trey's in. We have been making content together since probably 2018.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of. It was cool to talk to him because we kind of tracked our careers. Like, I feel like in a lot of ways we are like competitors, but like worthy competitor. Like, I'm trying to think of who is a competitor.
It's like healthy competition.
Yeah, like I was gonna say Jordan and Bird, but they probably hated each other.
Probably.
Maybe like Steph and
Bird and Magic. I think Bird and Magic were friends.
This is also very arrogant comparisons, right? Dude, make videos on the internet.
Like Jesus and Satan, kind of.
Yeah, you're like, well, who's who? Yeah. No, I think we kind of just we kind of are. There's a couple other guys that kind of watch each other's content. We're the competitors, I was supposed to say.
Yeah,
we love Trey though. Trey's been he came out on tour with us,
2018,
2019. He's tours himself.
The tour stories you guys got into were great.
Yeah, we kind of promoted each other in a lot of ways. I say everybody, if you like me, you're gonna like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like a great guy.
Yeah, it was fun to get into it. We talked about because being from Kansas City,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we talked about Travis Kelce
Yep.
and his thoughts on that. That was fun to get into.
Yep.
And as well as touring stories and making jokes. And we could have gone for forever.
Yeah.
I always get like that. I get into it and you look up and it's like, dang it, we got to end.
Yeah, he's one that I think we could have here every week and it'd be a great combo.
Oh, yeah. Coming to your family Christmas, he'd fit right in.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get into it. Yeah, we got a plan. Ladies and gentlemen, Net Positive back for season. I'm just kidding. What is it, episode 75?
I think 74.
74. Trey Kennedy is in the house, ladies and
Yup.
gentlemen. Oh, yeah.
Thanks for having me.
dude.
Good to be here.
A lot of the whole squad's here. This is just blowing some people's minds because they're like, wait, I thought those two guys were the same person.
It happens less, but it's still
It
out
happens
there.
less to me now, too. Yeah. I mean, that's been since day one. I think we found each other because people said that.
Yeah. I remember that it was 17 or 18 we got together, but people started and it happens less in person too, but people used to come up all the time and just be like, oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan, love your stuff. Be like, thank you so much. They'd be like, see you later, John.
They're like,
I would just be like, all right.
Well, now, okay, so people say like, because the joke about me and Trey looking the same has been going on for so long that, like, I think when it's mostly from dudes. Like when a guy assumes another guy is more popular, successful than you, he'll try to notch you down.
Right.
Always. So we're like,
there's
"What's
my
up,
wife.
Trey?"
I was
They'll say that
at
to
your
me.
show. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
They're like, people pay money for this.
Yeah.
But a lot of dudes would yell, they're like, dude, Trey Kennedy, what up?
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know if they're doing like a bit.
Well, how do you like how often do you get the bits still? You do like your meet and greet stuff and people are
All the
like,
time.
Hey, Trey, how's it going? You're like, yeah. They do that. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. There's a guy that like, because people think you look like a lot. Are we just like generic looking white guys?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I started that bit. Yeah.
Dang.
We
We're just
are.
like, you just look like average.
I don't know. I feel like you got a little, I'm starting to realize I just look like every guy who's been on like The Bachelorette. Like even more than you, I feel like. I don't know what it is.
You're like, I've seen that guy. Where do I know that guy? Yeah. Where do I know that guy from? I think there was a guy that's like he was like on YouTube. He's like, is this the guy that goes around and like kisses girls and then like runs away? Or like that's like a guy.
About you?
Yeah. I go, no, dude.
No, yeah.
That's not
that
me,
prank
dude.
YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hilarious.
That's like the guy's bit. And there was like, is this that guy? And I go,
Assault. His bit is assault.
Yeah.
I go, wait, no, that's not me.
No, it's classic YouTube. Yeah.
Well, you can't, I guess you get classic YouTube.
Mhm.
You just got to let it. Like one time I did I think I told you this. The guy goes, dude, huge fan. Let me go get my little brother. Or no, he said, oh, can you make a video for my little brother? I go, yeah, sure. So I was like, what's his name? Like Chase. I was Chase, what up, dude? Whatever. And I said, he's like, dude, thanks so much, man. He loves that middle school video you do.
Yeah, that's all.
And the video was already made.
Right.
And his day was already made. So, and I was so close to.
And you're just like, all good, yeah.
So I just said,
it's like, yeah, he has cancer. Would you go to the hospital and see him? And they're like, do the middle school. And you're like, it's too late. You're just like,
I'm already in.
Disappointing the kid who already has cancer.
Yeah, he's like,
all right, I'll do the Bible verse, lady. I'll do it. The kid loves it.
Yeah, I guess if mine are like the canceled guy and the Bible verse guy, what are yours? Like the fall?
Yeah, the probably the middle school thing and the fall thing.
That's
I
crazy,
mean,
dude.
the middle school thing is like freaks me out because I like on my flight today. It's like if you're in your 40s and have like a 12-year-old, they stop me and they're like,
oh yeah,
man, you just remind me, you just nail it, man. Just
your
like my
kid.
12-year-old.
And then the kids think it's cool,
right?
Because you're making fun of them, but you're like, no, we're making fun of you. But they're like, dude, that's me.
It was just a throwaway video that blew up. Okay, it's like some weird like parent-child bonding. So it's like. It was kind of like the Cocomelon of Facebook was me a little bit. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good.
You want to own that?
Yeah.
Well, that's like one that you're like, dude, how do you make all these viral videos? I'm like, yeah, dude, if I knew, I would just make those.
Yeah.
I would make those.
I would only do those that got that many views.
Yeah, they're like, that wasn't a one that you like thought anything of, and then it's like sticks around. You're like, I guess I'm that guy.
Yeah, because that's what's tough too is when because I try, and I feel like you do too, I don't just do those. I want to do
I do other stuff.
I do other stuff. But the ones that are the most viral, those that work,
Yeah.
So if you're not like actually following me, I feel a lot of people be like, this guy just womenizing again, just making sexist content again. I'm like, I make a bunch of other stuff, but that's the ones people like the most.
You guys make those ones big.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. We have a when we start the podcast every week. We do a that we chart in a new country, so we got to shout them out.
Oh, okay, what's up?
So no, you don't know what the country is.
What's up, Bangladesh?
No.
What's the weirdest country so far?
Well, we do because we do the chart. Not that we're like, not that we check how our podcast is doing.
Right, numbers.
We don't like check. Yeah, we're all about the creative content. But this week we are charting in 193 listed podcasts in Trinidad and Tobago.
Ooh,
okay.
Andrew,
top 200.
I don't even know what you said.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
Oh, sure. No, a nice island off the coast of South America.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, I think it's in the Caribbean.
Well,
Trinidad and Tobago.
It's just, it's like both. I think we're both right.
Trinidad and Tobago, you go on a Carnival cruise out
It's just north of South America.
Yeah.
Is he looking this up?
South of North America. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, he's got it.
I wonder how they got that name. They're like Trinidad. They're like Tobago's like, yo, can we get in there?
It's like a law firm.
Yeah.
Trinidad.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Sounds like a law firm.
Trinidad and there's no other countries with and.
I don't think so.
Well, welcome aboard Trinidad and Tobago. Somebody's gonna email in like we're
missionaries.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Sorry.
Oh, my fans?
Yeah.
That are in Trinidad and Tobago are missionaries? Wait, is that all my fans in all the other countries?
That's why we're charting so globally.
That's why you're just crushing it.
Just
like
missionaries
Ethiopia.
everywhere.
They're like, we're sent American missionaries over there. I don't know if I would be, how you would feel if somebody sent a missionary to your country. Like there's a pastor in this city that's like huge and he's like from Australia.
He's coming over to mission.
He's like, no, he's like, here's what y'all need to know. I go,
yeah,
bro, we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got Jesus here. We're all right, dude. What are you talking about?
We found it
way
first.
before you guys.
Yeah. Aren't you guys all criminals anyways?
Yeah, right?
No, Australia is like a little bit of they're like kind of equal to us, I guess, in terms
equal.
Not equal to us, but we're not better than anybody. We are, but
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
If somebody came from somebody that had never been to your country, came to your country and told you what you needed to, I'd be like, we got it.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of big news in the big news this week.
Yeah.
From Sunday. Travis Kelce.
Dude.
We had to get the resident expert because you're from Kansas City.
That's right. In Kansas City.
You speak on behalf of everyone of Kansas City. How do you feel?
Yeah.
And the Swifties.
Yeah. We're very excited. Welcomed Taylor with open arms. The whole thing's did you hear all?
Oh,
I was getting the whole scoop. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They bought out some restaurant after.
Oh yeah.
People were just eating like after the Chiefs game. Can you imagine? You're just chilling like, wow, we finally got out of the house, honey. Nice to be there. And they said the staff just ran up to people and here are to-go bags. You need to leave immediately.
They're like, we got to pay. They're like, you don't have to pay.
No, someone else pay. Just you have to.
Or
leave.
not even
like,
to go. They just took your plate. Hey,
take the cutlery. We don't need it. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I don't know. Is it real or is it publicity? Because she could have been more low key. She had her front row next to the mom.
Dude, I said the exact same thing before he came in here.
Come on. Did you see him ride away in the convertible?
Yes.
With no license plate on it? It's not even legal. They're just breaking laws.
I didn't see no license.
She doesn't even have to obey laws.
No. Oh, yeah. Hey, no, what cop? It's like the cop that arrested Zach Bryan. They were like, he sold $9 million of tickets in an hour. And then he's like, I don't go to jail.
Yeah, he's like, tell me your address. He's like, I actually don't have to.
You're like, you don't? He goes, no.
Yeah. If I do, I'm going to have 1,000 people.
Yeah. But the problem is we've talked about this before, is flexing like beyond your level.
Right.
You're like, I don't have to give you my address. He's like, you're in prison. I go, yeah. No, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah. If you're eating and they're like, sir, you have to vacate the premises immediately.
Yeah.
You're like, Trey Kennedy would like to dine here. They'd be like, yo, who? The middle school guy? F him. You know, it's like, no, I feel like my reaction would be like, I don't want to leave. Like, it's Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I'm like, I would be annoyed, but you're like, I guess.
You got to,
no one's going to agree with me if I stand my ground here.
You got to give it up.
Yeah, you're not rallying.
With a hierarchy that's like unspoken hierarchy. Because if like you ever seen like it turns up on the internet, like some influencer is like, do you not know who I am? And they're like, no. So if you flex beyond your like I was like, hey, can I get like I would always be my nightmare if I was like went to Broadway somewhere, like, can I get like a private booth? And then they're like, dude, nobody's like trying to get to you. I was like, oh, yeah,
please.
No, hey, it's like a big deal every time I go down there. Dude, and they're like, we're fine.
Do you? Because I saw your show when you came to Kansas City. I think it was not the most recent time I was gone, but the time before.
Oh yeah.
And it's like maybe the only place in the world where I'd be like, I feel like I can't just waltz in here. Yeah, but I don't want to say that.
Oh,
and you were being cool, and you were like,
my bad, dude.
No, you had me in the back, and you're like, I was like, I want to go see the show, and you tried. You're like, just put him out there, but like don't
put him like you don't need to be in the third row.
I never told you this. I got walked down the dead center of the whole place, and people everywhere were like, shoot, and then they walked. I shuffled past like 17 people. Excuse me. I sat down next to everyone around me. Was like, we were at your show a month ago.
Shoot,
I was just
were you by yourself?
Everyone was so cool. I was with like a buddy.
Dude, my bad, dude.
No, it's not.
You never told me that.
We had a great time, but I did leave. I didn't see your closer. I was like, I'm gonna get stuck in a meeting.
Yeah, because you're like, I was like, where are you at? You're like, I'm home. I was like, oh, cool.
But it is tough.
My bad, dude.
Taylor Tomlinson was in town, and Dustin opens for her.
Yeah.
So he said hello and like got me tickets, which was nice.
Yeah.
And that's another one. You know, she's up here.
Oh yeah.
She's just unbelievable, killing it. And I'm like, I don't know. You could tell Justin kind of knew, but they got me in the back, which is fine. But they're like, here's your tickets, go out there. And I'm like, what's about to be out there? Yeah. I'm not about to flex by my level. And it was a nice, humbling experience. I was like, maybe 2 people said hey. So.
Yeah. You're like,
oh yeah.
You're like, it's like me going into like a Chick-fil-A versus like a Popeyes. They're like, nobody knows you here, but you go to Chick-fil-A, like, that's everywhere I go. They're like, no, it's only very specific places.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Chick-fil-A
we
stuff.
had, speaking of Taylor Swift, that Taylor Lautner came to my show in LA, and he was like,
he's trying to get in the game. He just commented on my video the other day.
Well, what did he say?
I made a bit about Taylor Swift's exes.
Yeah.
And he was involved in the video. Taylor Lautner was one of the characters. Yeah. And he commented like a funny comment.
Gosh, dude.
And it's like he's getting in the game. So
so he was like, through one of his people was like, hey, can we we're coming.
That's
meaning
awesome.
like,
is that the most famous person who's come to your show? That's not like a comedian. They're like,
that's your tone when you ask that is offensive.
Oh my gosh, you should be so grateful.
Yeah, he's like, is that like the most famous person?
Yeah.
Did you hear how he said it?
No, I'm sure there's a bunch of celebs and Shipshugana or whatever.
Shipshugana, dude, chill. I'm sure you're big over there, dude.
You crushed there.
Shipshugana, dude. No, that he like, it's kind of like when somebody says they're coming, whether it's like an athlete or like I go. We have like different levels. This is way too insider, but like, all right, do you need like seats? Do you need seats and security? Do you need seats, security, parking? Do you need seats, security, parking, alternate entrance? Like what we have the capability to handle anybody, but if somebody goes, hey, we're like, and I go, all right, yeah, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh.
Or do you ever turn people down? Because you've been touring a lot longer than me. I'm just now starting to get, they'll be like, my agent will be like, hey, the former NBA power forward Kurt Thomas wants to come to the show.
Kurt Thomas taking strays. Dude,
sorry, Kurt Thomas. Yeah. And I think we gave him tickets, but I was like, part of me was like, I mean, I've watched him play. I don't. This seems really random. But I had like a random this pitcher
wants to come
for
out
the Orioles wants to come out. I'm like, no offense, I'm not a baseball guy, anything. But I mean, sure.
If you, but there's like my nightmare is being on the opposite side of that. Of asking, of like, hey, I'm never like asking, I'll just go.
Would never.
Well, we had, I'm trying to think if I could probably say this. We had in Grand Junction, this is common knowledge. Lauren Boebert came to our show.
That's where she was in that video?
No. Ours was like two.
I don't know who this is.
Yeah, you do, dude. He's like the Republican lady.
She was
the congressman in Colorado that got in all kind of trouble going to the Beetlejuice. Yeah.
She went to the movies.
She went to the...
And she was saluting the flag repeatedly.
What, dude?
This is a clean podcast. I don't know. It's a crazy... She came to your show?
All right. So, you know how you like... you know how sometimes you like see the news and then... about someone and you like, I don't know her, but we met at it, but you go, oh yeah. Like somebody's like an alcoholic and then they get a DUI. They go, oh yeah, that
right.
That kind of lines up. And she was great. She came to our show and she came in like in walked right down the like a very like making a scene. And the first comics was like, hey, there's a woman in the front that's like making a lot of commotion. Exact same way. Now
that's just her thing.
And then so I came on stage, and it was a lot of like yelling and wooing and
dude. What's up with these female politicians? One of my disaster like stage show stories was because I was heckled by some woman running for U.S. Senate. What are they doing out here?
What?
It was this great. I was in Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
a private gig for like a charity, like that for fostering kids. Something. It was very nice.
Something good. Yeah, something we're all here to help.
Black tie. It was like a nice event. Open bar. I get up there, and the thing's gone on and on. It's too late. People want to go home. No one cares.
You're like, I got to do 35 minutes.
Exactly. I'm like, that was supposed to be on like 8. It's like 10:15 on a Monday. It's like, I got to go do 30 minutes. So it's already, you're like, let's just get this over with. I go out, open bar. They've been going, and I just start this group of ladies heckle just talking, and I finally have to like.
But like, I already.
Yeah, I'm trying to like be funny, like, oh, someone's drank too, trying to.
What was that?
Usually
that's probably why it didn't work.
And trying to make light of it, it's getting awkward, and then I have to finally. It's the one only time in my short stage career that I've broke, and I at one point I just go, "Can you please just let me do the show?"
Gosh,
and they just kept going, and I made fun of her too much. Where then she started yelling back. She's like, "Do you have any idea who I am?" All this, and people were like,
wow.
Yeah.
And then I'm roasting her, trying to, but now the audience is like, this is getting really mean.
They were like, now nobody's enjoying any of this.
Yeah, I was like, drunk, you foster kids, one drunk home to the next. It's too much.
It's crazy. I didn't know AOC came to your show.
Come on,
dude. Come on. I was trying to think of a name of a female politician. That's the only one I knew.
Yeah.
Wow. Sarah Palin.
Oh, shoot.
She shared one of my videos the other day. I don't know what's going on in the.
You're big with the politicians.
Yeah.
No, Lauren. She came to the show, and it was all kind of like.
Did she get kicked out?
No. All right. Well, it was the same situation where they were like, "Hey, Lauren Boebert is coming," and the Grand Junction is like where she's like not stationed. That's a military thing, but where she works. And then we were like, I think I said, "Do you need security? Do you need what level of like protection do you need?"
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, I go, "Do you need seats?" And they go, "No, we already have seats in the front row." I go, "So
do you need
y'all bought? Okay, so y'all, how'd you get these?" And then it was a whole thing. And then she's like very controversial, and I don't think that's a secret. So she didn't tag me in the photo she posted, but she did post it, and I'm just taking strays for like a month.
Oh, just to be seen with her?
What?
Why are you getting strays?
Because she's controversial, and I was in the photo like, "Oh, really, John? Like this is all." And then I was like, "What?
You gonna see a movie with this guy? What's going on?" Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do with this. Yeah,
you're gonna see a movie with this. I've since read up on what happened.
Okay,
now
there you go.
I know what's going on.
No, she came to my show. Yeah,
it's wild.
She cool. I mean, well, I don't know. She is who she is.
She's a paying customer.
Roast her for 10 minutes. Be like, she's cool. We're good friends.
She's chill.
I thought about the Travis Kelce thing. My thoughts were that like, if you are cheering this hard for like a team, she's an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
And this is a team in your division. Are they in the same division? No.
But
this is a team that like you don't cheer, and like you met this guy 2 weeks ago. You're next to his mom cheering like you just like stormed the beaches at Normandy.
No, yeah,
and up
sense.
60-0.
Right.
I don't buy it.
I don't either.
You think it's a stunt?
Yeah, but I'm good with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great stunt.
No, do stunts. Stunts.
Clearly, she's a genius.
For sure,
marketing genius.
Stunts.
Yeah. Loves stunts, does her own stunts. And it's just, you marry it. And I didn't really, when I was doing research, because now it's all I'm thinking about, Harry Styles, it feels like that she dated him for like 6 weeks. Didn't it feel like that was, she's going to date this guy for a few months and get some nice marketing out of it. And then on the next album, there'll be a single line that was like, "I watched the football game with your mom."
And then we're all
like, "Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's like her. That's honestly like you going back to like the middle schooler. You're like, Taylor Swift's like, this works.
Yeah. It's just the bread and butter, right?
This is Taylor Swift bread and butter.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, yeah.
To middle school Maddox as Taylor is to dating the hottest guys in the world.
Harry Styles
the exact same.
Harry Styles deserves more than 6 weeks.
He did. Yeah. I agree. Did you see the outfit Travis wore?
Oh,
it was the crazy jumpsuit thing. And on the website, it's called the 1989 jumpsuit or something.
So it was already planned.
Yeah, which is the album. Yeah.
It was already for sale.
It's too much. Yeah.
God, good for them, dude.
But the people go too far down the rabbit hole. Did you see old videos where like there's like some lyric about her like something about being in a kingdom, and it's like Chief's Kingdom, and people were like, "Oh, she took 6 years ago, she planned this." You're like, "All right, well, I don't know."
You know how like if like somebody goes like, "Hey, the everybody's got to get like the COVID whatever shot or something like that," and then everybody's like, maybe not," like, and then everybody else is like, well, this guy, he like winked twice on his press conference, and this is connected to this, and all the I was like, they go way too like the Taylor Swift, and again. It's like, it might be like a little bit of mental illness.
I see what you're saying. I have that thought. She's a billionaire. She's the most famous person on the planet, and she needs to pull this stunt.
Yeah,
like how much?
It's like when Trump got to like he became president, and he's still like trashing the Apprentice guy. I'm like, dude,
you don't need to talk to him anymore.
You sold out. You sold out Nissan Stadium 6 times, dude.
You're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
I think you made it to the top.
Well, and Travis just did an ad with Pfizer too.
He did.
So he's done a Pfizer ad and a Bud Light ad in the last like probably 3 months.
And a Bud Light ad.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce's
off.
Also, is it?
Oh. Yeah. I thought Pfizer one. I was like, I went try to go to the comments. No, man.
Never. All right. So I put Travis Kelce up there as the genius too. Then.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing but he's benefiting.
Yeah.
Greatly.
He's in the in crowd now. Yeah. For sure.
I see Travis Kelce. I go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. As a guy that like kind of 100%. Travis Kelce wins. Taylor Swift. Who loses?
I just don't even. America. I don't know. I don't see a loser.
We gotta go to work. It's people that gotta go to work.
Yeah, people that still. Speaking of,
you know who loses? What? Patrick Mahomes' brother.
Jackson,
dude.
Jackson and Brittany Mahomes are the
dude.
only people losing in America right now. They wanted to be this the whole time. It's like, we
forgot about that.
That's good. The NFL script writers were like, we tried so hard with the Jackson and Brittany. Call Taylor Swift. We need it.
Jackson.
Dude, Patrick is so funny. You see him getting peppered with questions.
Oh yeah, he's like,
Travis. He seems like the nicest, most innocent guy.
Poor guy. Yeah, I like Patrick. Oh, you're from there.
I hope the best for him. I think Travis is going to show her some of his dance moves, and
he
didn't grow up there, did he?
No, he's a Texas guy.
And you live in Kansas City.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
It is kind of wild because no one thinks anything of it. Now it feels like Kansas City's been the epicenter of so much news over the last few years.
What else have you had?
Jackson Mahomes. And now this.
Taylor Swift. Wait, are you the most popular person in Kansas City?
Outside of the athletes?
Oh, the athletes.
Outside of the athletes, Paul Rudd's a big Kansas City superstar.
Oh, Paul Rudd.
He's involved.
Yeah. He's still
around?
And
the gay guy from Modern Family is around. And then maybe me. The big one. Stone Street?
Oh, Eric Stone Street.
Yeah.
I'll take you third.
I think so.
I'll take in Kansas City celebrity draft. I'd take Trey third.
Let's go. Yeah.
Wait, yeah. So you like when you just started like making videos there, because I remember when you moved, and then I was like, dude, you got to bring that fan with you from your old. Remember that fan? It was like iconic, like middle class.
Oh yeah.
I was like, everybody knows you for this fan.
Ceiling fan?
Yeah, because he was making videos.
I started in that old house.
But who lived there? You and your buddies?
Me and a couple of my good friends were like 23.
Post-college.
And we had popcorn ceilings and like a 1960s fan. And I think one of the light bulbs.
It's the same with Dude Perfect. Like their first house that they're making videos on. Or like, dude.
Speaking about, flexing too high or thinking too highly of yourself. I remember moving. I was like, man, are people. I'm probably gonna get flooded with people being like, I didn't get a single message, like maybe 2. They're like, I guess he's in a new house. No one was like, man,
They're like, dude,
that old place.
I had to buy it. I had to buy a house under like a fake LLC. So
You did?
Yeah.
Did you just get a new one?
No, when I bought mine.
Oh, are you still in the
Like-
same one from like 5 years ago?
Okay. Wow, dude. See?
You're not, right? I mean,
Couldn't be. There's no way you are.
What is it, a townhouse? What's going on?
The same. Well, you've been there.
I've been there.
Have you? Yeah, I still live there.
Okay.
I bought that house. Dang it! I bought that house in a.
Oh, you're a modest guy.
Yeah.
That's actually.
Wow, that's such a
You
good
walk in your house, dude. I love how humble you are. Yeah. No, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice.
No, it's nice. Oh, so you're like, oh, the Dave Ramsey plan, huh? Like, no dad. Okay.
For sure.
Good. I like this. That's just
Oh,
brutal.
good for you. We're the envelopes.
Oh, I love
man.
this. Yeah. So you just got to start small.
We're
Like,
the
like,
envelopes.
I thought
It's
this
like
was
a
good.
3 to 5 year home. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Paid off as you go. Yeah, sure. No, that you bought it under like a LLC, so it's not under your name, so you can't look up.
Right. So people don't know.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, but then
But people figured it out. I feel like
if you
like the whole Travis Kelce news, everyone knows where his house is. I'm sure he did all that, but it's like all it takes is 2 neighbors seeing you like
yeah,
walk out to get the paper or the mail,
yeah,
and then they tell everyone they know.
they're like, okay, this is where he lives, and then you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the if you want, I feel like the crazy, if they wanted to know, I mean, I was like, I got to not let people know. You're like, also, but your tour dates are on the internet.
Yeah.
Like if they wanted to find you, they're like, oh, he's in Raleigh tonight. Yeah.
So-
And that's his bus.
That's his
So
bus.
he's probably coming from here to there.
Exactly.
I'm Taylor Swift. I come out in a popcorn machine. They're like, dude, nobody cares. I get wheeled out from the venue to the tour bus in like a road case. I do it every night.
Oh, really?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh.
But and then you're like, hey guys, I need this for security. And you're like, tour manager's like, like everybody at the venue that works like the lights, and you're like,
for sure.
who is this guy?
Yeah.
You're like, dude, yeah, he needs to go out from the venue to the tour bus in a road case, and like no one's out there.
Right.
Like no one's out
Dude,
there.
I've done that at my own show so many times where I'm like, I'm kind of running late. I got to go like through the people. I'm like, this is a disaster. And then you do it. And like several people are just like, see you in a second. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not Justin Bieber. They're like, sure. Just people walking by like,
See you in a
good to
second.
see you here. Yeah. I was,
Here for your show.
yeah, that's
Cool.
it. Yeah.
They're like, dang
It's
it.
like so normal.
Needed
Like, guys, please, if you could.
I can't do it. I can't. Oh,
I want to ask you this. Speaking of, you don't want to flex above your
Well, this is my
level.
podcast, so you don't really get to do
Okay.
that. But, okay.
that flex is too high. Yeah, let's, because I deal with this a lot. The few people who DM me, let's say someone DMs you, maybe they're a celebrity or something, they're like
Yep.
big fan. If you're in LA, hit me up. Let's hang.
Yep.
Do you follow up on that? I struggle. I feel like well, did they really mean that? I don't want to.
Oh, if you go, hey, I'm here. They're like,
Yeah,
oh, no.
yeah, like 6 weeks later, I was like, I made a reservation.
What's
They're
up?
like, whoa,
Oh,
right?
reservation. Well, I
I
always
wouldn't-
like to. I don't like to hang out without like a purpose.
Mhm.
If I was like, hey, we're at your event,
Right.
or
it's
we're
gotta
at
be a show,
we're
yeah.
at the show, or we're at even downtown Broadway, or we see like you're like what was the guy? I was joking about this the other day. The guy from the quarterback that used to play for OU, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
So he was like, we were at Kid Rock's to get, because Morgan Wallen had a show. He came into it. His wife's a big, so we were all at this like bar together.
Mhm.
And he was like, what's up? I'm a fan. Like, anytime you're, I mean, he didn't even have a team. He's like, anytime you're, like, I would say, anytime
He's
you're,
a free
I
agent.
don't even know where he lives.
Next game I'm at where I'm
Hit me
on.
up next time. Next
Yeah.
time what? Yeah.
You sit him, you're like done, and then you're like, oh, he got signed. You're like, hey, sorry, Baker, about blowing you
No.
off.
So I
You're doing
said-
great.
I go, it was like getting out of, it was like getting out of hand. It was at the bar we were at. It was like becoming like kind of a scene.
Mhm.
And you want to see what I sent to him? Hold on, dude.
Are you to Baker Mayfield? Baker Mayfield hit you up.
No, I go, hey, dude, I don't even want to read it.
Did he hit you up first or you?
Yeah, we need the whole context.
That's important.
You were smart to leave there, honestly. LOL, Nashville Wild.
You to him.
You sent that to him. Dude, I feel like being in your 30s is like Like
He said nothing.
That whole story made it sound like you guys had this big back and forth. You've never talked to this guy in your life.
No, we did there.
You said you did. You're like at the bar with him once, like, Baker, which team you gonna be on, man?
Wild. Free agent, did they release you, dude? Tough.
Dude, you'll bounce back.
I get criticism on
I
the
was a
internet
free agent
too,
once too, yeah. Kind of, yeah. You'll bounce back, dude. You'll bounce back. That's too much. Dude, that is so funny. Being in your 30s, it feels like dating
Gosh,
your
that's so
20s,
funny.
girls is like trying to find a male friend in your 30s.
Yeah, that's
You're finding off
100%
late
true.
night DMs.
But you got like
and
your
you're
buddy.
like, why don't you come to my show so we can meet? Not just dinner, that'd be weird. Well,
But
ease
yeah.
into it.
You don't want to be like, hey, you don't even know if they like you.
Right.
So you're like, well, they might not like your shit. But if like we get a lot of the wife is like a fan, and then by default you can become friends with them. Yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't. I've had a few wives hit me up like, my husband would never tell you this, but he's obsessed with you or something. It's like,
yeah, obviously.
I
dude.
don't.
Henson shaving, baby. You know what? I feel bad about this ad. You know why?
Why?
I didn't do it. I haven't done it this week. I haven't gone. I just got up. I'm not. This isn't a good advertisement
Right.
for them. Yeah, I
This is
feel
the
like
before picture.
Yeah, this is a before picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Henson shaving, but it's it's on my counter, and that thing's stainless, bro.
Mhm.
Stainless steel. It reminds me of like an old school shaving, but with like new school.
New school tech.
It's like so new. Yeah. It looks like somebody. What is that?
Yeah.
And it shaves better than any razor I've ever had.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, John, just read the copy, please. Just don't tell us your personal experience. Henson Shaving, family-owned aerospace parts manufacturer that has made parts for the International Space Station and Mars rover, and now they're bringing that precision engineering to your shaving experience. By using aerospace-grade CNC machines, Henson makes metal razors that extend just 0.0013 inches, which is less than the thickness of a human hair. There's the only way to. I'm going to explain this, but it's not going to make sense until you have it.
Yes.
You got to have this thing.
I like the diving board analogy is good though.
Yeah.
Like
That's
razor
what the
blades are
razor
like
is.
diving boards.
It sits just like this on the thing. And if you go like this or this, it's not going to work. It just has to but you feel it.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And you look like just a better person than other people.
Absolutely.
That's the best part about
Yes.
it. You make it look clog-free design.
Yep.
Henson Shaving wants the best razor, not the best razor business. That means no plastic, no subscriptions, no proprietary blades, and no planned obsolescence. Plus, it's affordable. Henson Razor works with the standard dual-edge blades to give you the old school shave. Dude, I said this, and I didn't even read this copy.
Nailed it.
Old school shave with the benefits of a new school tech.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I
Good
said
show,
it.
dude.
Old school players, the new school fools. Chaos keep it jumping like kangaroo. That's an Outcast lyric. Y'all probably don't know that. Once you own a Henson razor, it's only about $3 to $5 per year.
Yep.
To replace the old blade. I got a whole stack of them. I can share them with you if you go through them too fast, bro.
Deal.
It's time to say no to subscriptions and yes to razors that'll last you a lifetime. Visit HensonShaving.com/netpositive to pick up the razor of your choice and use the code NetPositive. And you'll get 2 years worth of blades with your razor. Just make sure you add them to your cart. That's 100 free blades when you head to HensonShaving.com/netpositive. Use the code NetPositive or hit the link in the episode description. Also, Miracle Made is back. Now, I am a good advertisement for them.
You definitely
Look
are.
at me, dude.
Yeah.
Slept up.
So rested.
I've been rested, dog. And I just came from being on the road.
Yep.
All I need is a night or two in them sheets, baby. I'm good to go. Whether you want to get more fit, be a better parent, or get more done at work, I can think of 1,000 other examples that you could use for that. There's one thing that will help, though: better sleep. Miracle Made sheets. You can tap into the power of self-cooling temperature regulation, which has been shown to improve sleep quality by over 20%. Did you know that traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat? Bro,
Gross.
what? It can lead to acne, allergies, stuffy nose. What if you went to the doctor and you're like, I got a stuffy nose? It's like, what are your sheets like? You're like, dang, dude, how'd you know that?
I didn't think about that.
Miracle Made offers a whole line of self-cleaning. You do have to clean them, but not as much as other ones. Eco-friendly bedding, such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters to prevent 99% of bacteria and require 3 times less laundry. Because everybody doesn't have a laundry service like me, dude.
Right.
That was not necessary. Luxurious comfort, quality Miracle Made sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag. I mean, I'm telling you. I really don't want to say who else is going to be in your bed that's going to be impressed by this. I don't think that's the angle we're trying to go on this.
None of our
ad.
business.
No, it's none of our business.
Yeah.
But maybe if someone walks by your room and your bed is unmade.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to work either because they're going to be not impressed that your bed's not made. I'm trying to think of how you can flex these sheets to other people without someone else experiencing
Probably
it.
just by walking around being as well rested as you are.
I'm an
like,
advertisement.
What's different about
you're
him?
right. You're
What
right.
is
Yeah.
that?
You can't go in. What are those sheets on your bed? You're
Right.
already point of no return.
Right.
Okay. You're like,
Where
and
are
we're,
we?
we're getting a call from Miracle Man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we got to dial it back. Just read the copy, please. Go to trymiracle.com/net positive to try Miracle Made sheets today. That's the perfect way to give someone you love the gift of better, more luxurious sleep. Save over 40% and be sure to use the code net positive at checkout and save even more and get 3 free towels, baby. Let's go. I got those too. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/net positive. Again, that's trymiracle.com/net positive or hit the link in the description below. Oh, what about this? Is if you're, because I've talked about this with Lydia. She's like, loves a lot of, does Katie go to a concert? Like if Harry Styles is in town, would you go or no?
Like Harry Styles specifically?
No, if Harry Styles and you're like somebody like
Specifically,
Lydia loves Harry Styles.
Yeah.
If he came to Nashville, I would say you got to go with your friends.
Oh, yeah.
You can't go to that,
Right.
'Cause I have-
support of you.
not that you don't support it,
Right.
but you
just go do your thing.
because do you have your meet and greet sometimes where the wives, there's like 3 girls, they're like, our husbands are like, in the
Yeah, they're
lobby.
like, we
They're
didn't want to
"We're
pay
not
extra. I'm
coming
like,
to
that's
this."
fair. Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't either.
I
get
like
that.
that better than when the guy actually comes through the line and stands to the side.
Yeah.
And then my dude is taking photos. Is like, do you want to get in? And the guy's like, I really don't need to. And you're like, all right, just go back in the lobby, man.
I'm good.
You come here and insult me in my face.
He's like, "Dude, you want to?"
Oh, for sure.
There's a girl that came to ours that had a T-shirt. I think I showed you this before. A T-shirt that said, "The husband I wish for, the husband I got," and we took a photo.
Oh my goodness,
we took a
dude.
photo with I was the husband.
And
she
was
wished
he
for.
there?
Yes.
Oh.
He was in the photo. I was like, "This is nuts, dude."
Okay.
I was like, are y'all in on this? Like, did he come down? Did you come down with that shirt? And he was like, "Let's go."
Was it under a sweater before they got to the meet and
I
greet
hope
and she
so,
took it off?
I mean,
I love it. They're like, yeah, he's a comedian. I think this is hilarious,
Yeah.
right? And you're
I
like,
was
this
like-
is a little much.
I'm trying to think of if like who would be the equivalent that came to Kansas City, and you were like, me and Jake are going, like a female
Oh,
that
yeah.
he'd be like, wait, what are y'all doing?
She did do that with Heather McMahon. Is that her name? Have you met her?
Oh yeah, I know. We know Heather McMahon.
Okay,
yeah,
she's killing it. But
Heather McMahon's hilarious.
she's got the big time like girl
Oh,
audience.
Oh
And
yeah,
Katie's like, I'm going.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, oh, I would love to check out the show, and she's like,
Same.
you can't.
Oh,
It's a
she said you
it's a
couldn't.
girls' night, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I saw
got
SZA
shut
this
out.
weekend. That's one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
What, girls or guys?
Girls, all girls.
And
Which
you?
one?
Yeah,
SZA.
Oh
you were there.
All
Are we?
female
Are
audience.
we an all girl? We're not a girls' night, are we?
no, I was gonna ask you that. I feel like, do you feel like you got to be like 50-50 at this point? No,
No.
really not.
At the live show or on the line?
Live show.
Yeah, but I heard somebody was talking about that women are the ones that make the
They lead the
purchasing
way. Yeah, yeah.
decisions.
Right.
So like men will follow where the women, like if it's like a dudes, like all dudes, like the girls aren't going to that.
Right.
Like men will go where generally to
Which
dinner.
I think we're very lucky because we can like.
Well,
I
I'd
think
go.
of like
Yeah.
Shane Gillis is coming to town.
Oh, yeah.
And like there's no world in which I'd be like, Katie, you should come check this out. She would be
Yeah.
appalled, you know.
But Shane Gillis is one of the best in the business.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
It should be like,
dudes.
hey, we're just
And there's plenty of girls that like him, but
Yeah.
a lot of girls would be like, what is this?
this is
guy
why
talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
And then some girls might bring their husbands, and I'll never forget. You ever see a guy in the audience who, like, I've done a few shows. I'll see a dude who's like 6'3", 280 and has on like has neck tattoos and like
Yeah.
worker boots. I was like, this guy's not going to enjoy this. You ever done? I mean, I was like that. Like I'm
Which
saying,
is
all
you a
people
shout
enjoy
out.
this,
Yeah.
but a few like this Boston guy who
Yeah.
like probably pours concrete all day. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to relate. He's not going to have a good
Concrete
time
all
when I'm
day,
making
yeah.
fun of Golden Doodle
Yeah.
moms.
He's like, what is this? What's this? Oh, it's like, what's a Stanley Cup? Whatever it's called.
Exactly.
That's what it's called.
I was like,
Yeah, you got
it's
it. What's
too
a
much.
Stanley Cup? He's like,
Um,
hey, what's a Stanley? Every second he's asking, hey, what does that one mean? You're like, this is probably more of an indictment on me.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't get. He's
I
like,
gotta relate to this guy.
I got
a
a job and a mortgage and a manual labor. He's like, I don't get
Yeah,
any
well,
of these references.
That's my bad for sure.
Well, remember
it's good.
remember that we were talking before you came in here about the do you remember when we went out together?
Yeah, dude, we got to reminisce on that.
Okay, we went out. Somebody's idea was like, hey, whoever he's been making videos with, let's
Sure,
make
sure.
like a
Whole thing out of it.
crew.
Yeah.
And nobody was like a comedian at the time. I mean, Aaron Tuning was like, I don't do like Megan Batoon. She's like, I don't do anything on stage. I was like, well, figure it out because that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
So you came out. Do you
Yeah.
remember specifically?
Vivid
Yeah.
memories.
It's traumatic. No. Do you remember what happened in Houston?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You're gonna make fun of me for my attempted flood joke?
Yes.
Well, I do want to. I want to start by saying thank you because it was like a crazy cool experience to come out, and you definitely were like,
yeah.
it was invaluable. Now that I've got it's been really cool. I've done a couple of venues that I was out there with you.
Oh, really?
Like Joliet.
Oh, yeah.
And
you're
then
like,
I
I've been here
just
before.
in a few weeks I'm doing that Dallas venue.
The big one?
Yeah.
Grand Prairie?
Yeah.
Let's
I mean,
go,
I'm
dude.
not filling up like you did
Nah,
back in
dude,
the day,
you
but
might, yeah.
we'll get in there.
Yeah,
It's
you
just transformable.
Oh,
you know.
yeah. It's yeah.
But it's so thank you. It's been cool. But I remember going out there and I wanted to, now that I've been doing my own tours, like what I just remember I remember being on the phone with you and being like, John, I don't have it. I make videos. I haven't done a thing online. You're like, we'll figure it out.
I did say that.
And the first night was in Memphis at like a big church.
It was that church with that walking state.
Yeah, it was kinda weird.
I
It was a
remember
weird
everything
venue.
about it.
Yeah,
I remember everything about every show.
I remember you being like, this is a weird crowd, a weird venue.
It was,
You're
yeah.
trying to help. I didn't know any better. I walked out.
So I started the show. Or I went out. Somebody did. Aaron
Oh.
Weber went up top.
You had your two, I think Aaron and Dustin did 10, 20.
And then I came
Then you
out.
did like 45.
Yeah.
And then called me out for 5 minutes. And then you finished with another
Yeah.
10. And I came out.
But you were like on the poster. You're like, Trey's coming.
And
and
the
everybody's like, when?
The worst part too, man. I actually have a cool story. I need to dig up the reel.
Gosh.
Because there would be fans.
Yeah.
At the time, I'm just like mind blown how many tickets you're selling.
Yeah.
And I'm getting told maybe I could do the same. And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
You're like, what's
And I
happening?
remember my
Yeah.
first clue was when I showed up there and I was like, I remember your sister was kind of one of your managers at the time. And she's like, a few people want to meet you. I was like, cool. And I went out and I took like 400
Oh, yeah.
selfies. I was like,
oh, yeah.
what?
Oh,
This
'cause
many
you probably
people wanna
never
meet
met
me?
the people on the internet
Right,
live.
no,
Yeah.
I didn't. There's
Yeah.
no. You could have never convinced me people wanted to meet me in real life. But the worst part was then how many people. There'd be quite a few each show. You're like, we all flew here from across the country to see you, and
Yeah.
you were up there for like 3 minutes. And I was just like, I don't know what to tell you.
You're like, sorry.
There was
Yeah.
one girl who I think I told those people like, one of these days maybe I'll do the
I'm
same,
gonna
and
come
you
back.
hit me
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
And I had this girl follow through on it, and I found the DM. And I gave her free tickets to my headline
Oh, that's
show.
unbelievable.
So that was cool.
Came all the way back through.
Yeah, I'm shocked because I just walked out there for 5 minutes and
She
she
was
was
like,
what I said. But
yeah,
my
who
first
knows?
attempt at a joke was
This
like,
is the very first
all right,
attempt at a joke.
so far I just walk out there and I think we showed a video we made.
Yeah.
And,
And
then
I
we just
go,
kinda
ladies
like,
and gentlemen, Trey Kennedy is here. And
come
Trey
out.
Kennedy, like, like when you start comedy, by the way, you start it at not even at Zany's, like a local bar for 90 seconds. Trey starts in front of 5,000
Night two was 6,000 in Dallas. And I remember being backstage thinking like, all right,
Gosh,
this is
dude.
cool. This is all right. And I remember seeing even you and Aaron Weber. Aaron Weber was like pacing back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
And he's a comedian.
terrified.
He's like-
That's I was like, how long you been doing this? I was like, you're this scared? How scared should I be?
Not even knowing how scared you should be.
Exactly.
Wild.
I was just like, I'm not going to think about it. I remember just like, I'm just going to go out there and just whatever. I think I came out there and made one joke like, is it a joke about how we looked alike?
Yeah.
But then my first attempt at a joke that didn't involve you was like, all right, Houston.
Did I leave the stage? Or
Not that first time.
I stayed out there with you.
Yeah,
The second time you did though.
I go, Trey
well,
Kennedy,
you
I'm
me out
out
the
of here.
next year, and I actually did some time. But the first year, you held my hand, and
Gosh, dude.
I was like, Houston had just had Hurricane Harvey, like devastating, and I was
like a week ago. There's still water in the streets.
Yeah, I was back when I rolled the pant legs up, so I was like, all right.
Yeah, he rolled his pant legs up like it was like this.
Yeah, I was like, John, I'm gonna come out, and you say, dang, Trey, you preparing for the flood, and then I'll go, well, we are in Houston.
Yeah,
that was that was the reaction. People were just kind of like, oh, and that was it.
I don't feel like I was involved.
What?
For sure, which was supportive of you. You for sure I did the setup.
I set you up.
Yeah.
Well, like, hey, you waiting on a flood is like that's like a comment.
No, it's like a common thing. I mean,
I don't think I meant
dumb.
I think I just said that. Yeah. You said hurricane.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oh, then I said, well, we are in Houston, right?
Everyone, but like it's such like a flip because your videos are like so
like,
wholesome.
Oh, sweet young Trey, and I'm just like coming at how many people drowned this week? That's my time.
You're like his live show's different.
What was the most people you had been in front of before this?
I mean, doing.
Like
I had done stage stuff in college, so I'd been on stage in front of hundreds. I've been on a couple stages with maybe 1,000 people. Yeah. But this is obviously way different. Yeah. Like a professional, ticketed. It's not just a college thing. So that was kind of really the first time.
I wanted because you said I never liked meeting the people from the internet live. Like, have you ever seen like an influencer do like yo, I'm in like at meetup. Yeah. And you're like, dude, that is terrifying.
Oh.
Doing a meetup and not like for just what's up? I'm at this. Like, you might overshoot your like
flex too hard. Are you saying terrifying because like what if no one shows up?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was thinking I might get killed. Yeah, I'm thinking the other way.
When I was on Vine and blown up on that app, that was a bunch of the kids were doing that. They're like, meet me. They put meet me here, and I remember that was like a thing, and I was like, I would never ever do that because what if 3 people show up?
Yes.
Well, then what do I do? I just go home. Don't tell anyone about this.
Yeah, and never be my fan again. Or like, hey, I'm so sorry.
I could never.
I'll buy you ice cream, a coffee. What do you want? Sorry for coming.
And it's still scary to sell tickets now. Yeah, you're just like, what if?
It's terrifying. But the people that like, if you had like an agent or manager, he would be like, yo, you should start doing meetups around the country because he has no skin in the game.
Exactly. It's like, yeah. If you humiliate yourself, I mean,
nobody can't. We're like putting shows on sale is terrifying.
Oh yeah,
is terrifying. And any actor or anybody that switches over to like it's like putting up I was gonna say putting up a Netflix special. That's not really how that works. But like no one knows if it's doing well or not.
Right.
So there's no risk. On YouTube, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you know, like this video. I think this video is awesome, and they're like, it's not. Mm-hmm. According to what your other stuff is, it's not good. Mm-hmm. It's like, and putting stuff like every time I get criticism from somebody, it's someone that has like no content yet.
Yeah, like, yeah. Or YouTube has a new feature where you can click on it and it'll show their history of comments on your page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's wild. So you'll see like a crazy, you know this? Mm-hmm. You see a crazy wild comment and mean.
Yeah.
And it's like 10 times out of 10, you click on it and it's like, this person's posted 7 comments and they're all just like, all mean. You're like, well,
this is what you do.
There's something wild, like 75% of TikTok accounts have never posted a video.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's something like that where it's like, oh, you're just here to kind of throw stones at people.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's like, I'm trying so hard to make a good video.
God, is that true?
Yeah. It's some wild number like that.
If you switch over to observing to now making, your skin is in the game, you're like, oh.
No,
it's different.
If everyone had to, they'd appreciate it a lot more too.
Or like try to do it.
Do you believe this? I've said this like.
Whose podcast is this?
Andrew.
Doesn't even let them talk. I have a question for you. All right, I'll save it. Really,
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Do you? I had this thought. If stand up and like live comedy feels like it's blowing up.
Yeah.
But just from social media and everything, do you feel like if everyone had to do like 1 3-minute set, I think stand up would by far be the most popular
performance
in the world, because people be like, we did a classic Last in Fantasy Football, do stand up. So my buddy, my buddy goes up there, and he was like, nice
of Trey to say that's the punishment because he does it for a living. Whoever loses has to get. Yeah, he's like, it doesn't matter to me.
My buddy, like, he did fine, and it was a fun night, but he just got off there. He's like, oh my gosh, dude, like,
scary,
a whole new appreciation.
Yeah. Wild grain, baby. Like, you know what? This sounds like a product you'd see on what's that show that has Beth Dutton?
Yellowstone.
Yeah, they'd be into this in Yellowstone
for sure.
A lot of wild grain activity up there. There's nothing quite like the smell of fresh baked bread coming from the oven. What if I told you could get all of that delicious and spend less time in the kitchen? Because Beth Dutton, she didn't cook, dude. But have you seen that show?
No,
that's a
really.
Great show. Well, you can now with Wild Grain, baby, the first ever baked from frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, fresh pastas, and artisanal pastries. Unlike typical supermarket bread, Wild Grain uses a slow fermentation process that's easier on your belly, lower in sugar, and rich in nutrients and antioxidants. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
When Lydia comes over for dinner, and I bring this out of the oven, do you think I have to disclose I didn't walk through the whole? Can I say I made this bread?
I think absolutely you can say you made this bread. Yeah, I think so.
She's like, what? How did she goes, you buy this bread? I go, no, I made it.
I think you can definitely say that you made this, and then you can put her on and give her this code.
Yeah.
So that she could do it for herself.
You made bread? Yeah, I think you can, like, if you have a
each one teach one type scenario. You know?
Like a made to order. Like if they gave you all the ingredients, you assembled them. Did you make this?
I think so.
Yes. Whatever it's called, not Uber Eats. That's the opposite of it.
Yeah. We won't mention brand names in this.
Somebody else. Yeah. Can you say, did I make this? Did I cook this? Yes, you did.
For sure.
Did you make this bread?
Yep.
Oh, 100%.
Can't you smell it?
Smell it. Dude, I'll be opening the windows, let the neighbors smell it. Come knock on my door, bro. I make bread over here, baby. You'll never run the risk of getting bored with Wild Grain. That is true. They're constantly adding new, seasonal, and limited time special items to add to your box. And every new member, Wild Grain donates 6 meals, baby, to the Greater Boston Food Bank. So you can eat good and do good at the same time. All you have to do is sign up at wildgrain.com/netpositive. Choose which type of box you want to receive, and it's easy to schedule, skip, or cancel. Plus, for a limited time, you can get $30 off first box plus free croissants.
Well said.
In every box. Well, if I just got back from Italy, I didn't really, but I was on Babbel. You also can't advertise another. Anyway, when you go to wildgrain.com/netpositive to start your subscription, free croissants in every box and $30 off your first box when you go to wildgrain.com/netpositive or hit the link in the episode description below.
The first time I ever did it was Taylor Thompson was the headliner.
When you did stand up at the KC
Des Moines Funny Bone.
How'd you get there?
I said I don't even want to do it in Kansas City limits in case someone I know knows person.
Oh, they put you out for a guest spot.
I said put me a guest spot in Des Moines. I'll drive 3 hours.
Does Taylor know this? That's the first time you ever did stand up.
Yeah, I think she knows because Dustin was like
hooked. Oh yeah,
I was in touch with Dustin.
By the way, doing a stand up spot on the weekend in front of a professional is like level 8.5 of comedy. Like you skipped 1 through 7.
For sure.
Like first of all, getting to the clubs on open mic night versus the weekend versus that's like
it was a Thursday night.
You already went to the top, dude.
Oh, for sure. It was
no good. It was not good.
It was it wasn't a disaster.
Did people know who you were?
I think one person said what's up to me, which I didn't like. I definitely was just like, I just want to get in and get out and just get it done.
See if I can do it.
Yeah. And it wasn't until like the 5th or 6th time I had like a disastrous bomb where I was like, should I ever do this again?
Yeah,
but
a lot of people feel like that. There was a kid at the golf course yesterday, came up and said hi, younger kid. And he's like, dude, I've just been letting you know, like, I love your stand up, but I live here and I've been doing it. I go, hold on, you've been doing it? If you have done it. He goes, yeah. I go to he mentioned all the places you go. I go, here's my number, dude. If I can help you with anything, or if People come to me all the time,
That's
dude,
cool.
where is it? I go, the East Room, 8 p.m. Tuesday. Go. And it's you can do it tonight. Y'all can do it tonight.
Yeah.
Nobody ever goes. It's terrifying. So if you've crossed the bridge into you've done it, then I'll do whatever I could to help you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean,
All right, have you talked to him since? Or
no, 100% blocked him. I blocked him, dude. No, dude. Well, there's a lot of people that their stuff on the internet is different than their stand-up. Because it has to be, because you can't do that on the live.
Right.
Like Bob Saget was the king of it. He's like from Full House, and then he's like, dude, this is
right
X-rated.
Yeah.
They're like, what? I thought
that was confusing.
The guy from the guy, and then I would say even like a lot of the big podcasters, Rogan, like that is wildly different than the voice he has on his podcast, his stand-up.
Yeah.
So you're like, I love his pod. I didn't like his stand-up. Or like, that's pretty common.
And it feels like the type of, speaking of like going on tours and stuff, I was thinking back on, remember we were like, I don't know if people know that we were pitching like a show together. We did, do you remember this?
No.
We did one meeting.
Oh, in LA.
We were pitching like a Key and Peele type thing.
Good thing that never happened. Yeah. That would have been horrific. Yeah.
Horrific?
I forgot about it. We were in LA together in a somewhere.
Yeah.
Gosh, that sounds terrible.
At the time, I remember
we thought television was relevant. That's crazy.
That
dude.
is.
I'm just kidding. That's just a shot at television for no reason.
For no reason at all. But that was back in the day where videos, you could easily get like 10 million views. It didn't make sense.
Yeah. And they were like, we want to go over to television where you can get 10,000 views. This is what we want. Good thing we didn't do that.
I know.
We pitched that show.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't get very far. It was.
Yeah. Because then I think, we're like, I've heard it said that like, if you're like, everybody, all the talented like, creators or whatever were in radio, and then TV came out, everybody switched to TV. Like, we're going to TV. And then like the like internet came out, and everybody like, that's like going from being on the internet to TV is like going backwards.
Right.
Because you're like, if we had a sketch show on CMT or Comedy Central, 20,000 people view that.
Right.
And like, that would be, no one would ever be like, dude, I recognize you from that CMT show. No,
exactly.
Never.
No.
It's like going back in time.
Yeah.
And also, if you like, the thing about what's great about the bits that you and I do is like, you could never do like, we had a television show. You couldn't do a Taylor Travis Kelce bit. Even if you did it next week, it's done.
Exactly.
You're like, we're going to put this on season 4.
Yeah.
And they were like,
well,
nobody's going to care about that.
Yeah. I feel like half my viral videos are like, we got to make this and edit it and post it within 24 hours.
Yeah, and then it's already gone.
Yeah.
We do stuff on, we film on Tuesday, release on Wednesday. I go, we got to put this clip out by Thursday or else.
Oh, for sure.
Have you ever seen people do live stand-up and you're like, that happen today? How do you have a live stand-up bit about it?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
How does this
Some people are getting after it.
They're not great jokes. It's just like, this is the thing that happened today.
They just wake up every day and write jokes about the morning news and then perform it and then post it. I mean,
I'm like, dude, this life cycle, this is fast.
It's getting crazy. But
I was going to ask you about my first question. 45 minutes.
Trey, nice of you to let him step in here. That's very, very kind of you.
Whose podcast was crazy
is like, all right. So like, how far I'm always curious to know how far is like, if you go.
It's a really good question. Yeah.
No, how far is too far? Yeah. I'm your youth pastor. Yeah. How far is too far? Like in like impersonating like women. Cause I do that too. Like I would go, you go as far as like a to play a woman, and I've done it a bunch of times. You have too. Or like I would go like a sweater and then do like female mannerisms.
Yeah.
But sometimes guys put like a towel to be like, this is a woman, like long hair woman.
Right.
Yeah. And then some guys would go wig. Some guy goes wig, dress. Some guys would go wig, dress, shave, stuff the bra. Like and everybody's like different. How far they decide to go.
Yeah. From the get-go, I was I was just like, dude, I'm just gonna throw on like a. Yeah, people joke. It's just like it'll be in the dead heat of summer. I have a scarf on. They're just like, like that's the only thing that signifies it. But that's kind of by design. It's like I wear
all you need.
Unisex sweater and like a scarf and change my character. That's all I need.
And the voice.
Yeah.
And you're good. Yeah.
Because there's like a certain character I've thrown a wig on or two for, which is kind of funny, but it does freak me out a little bit. There's this one weird, over the years you get signed up for weird stuff. This like production company hit me up. This had been 5 or 6 years ago. So I'm still saying yes to everything, we want to produce like a cool sketch show, kind of like something, whatever it was Eddie Murphy movies where like you play all 6 characters. And get it all together. I'm like, all right, that could be cool.
No, it's not Eddie Murphy, it's Medea.
Well, Medea, Eddie Murphy did it too. Whatever that movie. What was that name?
Oh, when he had the chicken bone.
Yeah, I forget the name.
No, no, Mr. What's that's Austin Powers. That's
or
Austin
something.
Powers. No, never mind. Yeah, Eddie Murphy when he played all the characters. Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
Oh, Nutty Professor.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. The chicken.
Wait,
I'm in Austin Powers. Yeah,
and they put me in like full drag.
Yeah,
and I remember just kind of being like, I'll just these people, I guess know what they're doing, and that some video was shot where I saw one run through. I was like, no.
You said no.
I was just like, this. I can't do full. They put me in full female makeup and everything.
Yeah.
And tried to put me in heels. I was like, all right, I can't.
Heels,
do
I would
that.
draw the line at heels.
It was like, it was an argument that's like funny and goofy, but I was like, this is too much. This is freaking me out.
Well, there's like everybody on the internet does it different. And then when girls do the same, they're like, they just put on a hat and then they put up, like maybe they would like draw on a beard or something and be like, so bro. Yeah. Or they put on a hat to the side. That's all you need to do to be a guy.
Right.
A female, put your hat to the side. So
yeah. I think people respect it if you can do just very subtle, but it's like transforming your mannerisms and voice enough where they like, that's the character.
And also there's a title to it.
Yeah.
So you just go girls during whatever. You're like, okay, got it.
Copy that.
Yeah. So somebody would have like the guy, Josh Benson, who's the Christian guy. He's great. He just puts a towel over his head. Not like in a racial. Okay. No, like he puts like a towel.
It's not wrapped.
Not
it's
like
dangly.
like a
hair.
Tablecloth.
Or
like a washcloth coming down. Like and then we go, oh, we got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's you ever gotten in any? What's the biggest heat you've ever gotten into?
Biggest heat, man. It's been lucky not to get too much heat. I don't care at all.
Was that
now.
Necessary?
I've been very fortunate. I don't care at all now. Do you care at all if you
Not
get?
really.
Yeah, it's crazy how
We're
much
getting crushed this week for the tipping. We did a thing about tipping.
Oh, when I saw that, I was like, "This was a hot take." Yeah,
people
get.
We're not. It's not hot.
People get fired up.
Yeah,
about
they do
tipping.
get fired up.
They get fired up
on either side.
It's so annoying. But I remember back in the day, I used to get accused. I'm not used to. Once or twice, I got accused of like stealing someone's idea.
But yeah,
and now it's like there's a million pieces of comedic content online every day, and it's like I made one video about like moms during Christmas, and some guy started blowing me up like, look at this moms during Christmas I made, and I'm like, this isn't like a genius idea, and
a very
like,
generic idea.
Yeah, and this is now I just wouldn't even think twice about it, but I had a couple hundred DMs, people like, how dare you, and I was beside myself for like 2 days.
Oh yeah, the first time.
Oh, the first time. It was the first time. I was like, oh my god. I even DM'd the guy personally. Is like, I was really sorry. I didn't mean. Oh, serious. And then he responded back like, not nice. He's like, screw you, man. I was like, I didn't. I'm just making.
So,
beside myself. And now I just don't care at all.
Now with TikTok is like they use like they act
now it's
out
like they
your
promote
bits.
Copying.
That is it is copying.
Yeah.
Like and also if somebody else takes your bit, it's like good. Yeah, you're like, thanks for like doing my bit.
Viral. Yeah.
Or like it's not like I see it all the time. Like I think Matt Rife, at least in my feed, Matt Rife or Theo, it's like other people doing or like posting
right.
Or like edging their yard to a Theo Von or like whatever they do on TikTok.
The audio, just using the sound.
Yeah, it's all taken. Like somebody said to me one time, it was like a couple busy couple on the way to church or something,
Mhm.
and it was me and Beth Pilgrim. And we were like, "Get it,
Yeah, I
get
remember
it."
that.
And this guy was like, this is mine. And I was like, similar to the asking for security when you go downtown, or like, so you thought I was like, you know what I'm gonna do today? Steal. And then I perused the internet, all
All day.
millions, and I was like, this guy. I did.
That is the worst when you I get accused
How
of
would I
stealing
find you?
a guy I've legitimately never seen a video of his before.
Never seen
No
him.
offense, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
I can't explain
Never
to you
seen
how
him.
much I didn't take this from you. But I mean,
I
I'm
can't
just making
explain
a
how much I
TikTok,
didn't
man.
take
It's
this
not
from you.
a genius idea. It's just
And I think if somebody does someone does a bit or like, dude, I've been in the game 12 years. I should be better.
sure.
If someone else is like doing like, all right, that I should be better.
Mhm.
Yeah, doing a bit of me. This is
Mhm.
This is yeah.
You still can I ask you something? How's your heart lately? No. What are you still? Because you
Yes,
slowed
I'm still
down.
Christian.
You slowed down making videos. Are you? What's your game plan? Because I feel like guys like us,
Mhm.
and especially you, you're chewing a ton. You're doing stand up. Like,
Yep.
do you have a desire to finally be like, I've made my last video, or do you always want to be making
Nah,
videos?
I do so I probably make more content now than I did before, but I'm less in terms of posting. I probably post more than I have in the past, but in terms of like, I used to put out a video.
Like
I put
a
out
fully produced,
a fully produced video on Monday, a stand-up clip on Wednesday, and a YouTube. Like I did this one take show. I did one take on Friday. For like a year post COVID, I did that. That's what and it like I feel like my manager always says like talk about yourself until they start doing it for you, and then let them carry it. And I still get passionate about certain things that I want to like make, but I mean, they used to roast all those guys. Like I'm 39. They used to roast all those guys. You're like, dude, middle schoolers be like, not you, but you're like, you can't. That's got to die.
Right.
And I think Nate Bargatze is a good example of this. That he goes, dude, when I was not to say anything about Dane Cook, but Nate goes, yeah, I started out. I was single in New York. I was talking about that. Then I moved to the South. Started talking about that. Then I got married. Started talking about that. Then I had a child. Started talking about that. Now he's talking about the stage of life that he's in now,
and it's growing with,
but because you're like but the fans are also growing with him. So
right.
You're like, not to say, but you're like, dude, I was making these jokes about college and the girls in college and like drinking, or like, yeah, but now you're 40.
Yeah,
you're like, why don't these jokes work anymore? Because like those people now have mortgages and they're in the school pickup line.
Yeah,
you have to go.
It's like you either grow with them or you have to start over.
Yeah. And you're like, there was a kid, a YouTuber in like, I remember when I lived in LA, he was like 31. And like, I met him at church and everybody knew him. And he's like, dude, before I even got anywhere, my representation scrubbed everything from the internet. And according to the internet, I am 23. Because sure, this is true. Everyone knows him as 23 and he was 31. And he was making like stuff about like, when your teacher comes in and it's homeroom, you don't have any homework.
Right.
I was like, dude, you're too old.
First day of school, first day of job vibes. Yeah, man. That's wow.
So you have to kind of grow with it. And I think where the internet has different stuff is like, and I think these ride kind of where the internet is going, like a something be like YouTube phase is, I think, done.
It's definitely done. Yeah.
You think
it's getting there for sure. It's insane. Like I was saying earlier, it's insane. I looked back recently at our videos. Like, dude, the videos we made together all have at least like 20 million views.
Ours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no way we could replicate that today.
I don't think I'd want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just with anything online, like to get that many views now.
Oh, so
it's impossible.
Well, it
was shooting fish in a barrel then. It's crazy to look back on some of my videos with 10 million views. I'm like,
Oh,
I wouldn't
gosh.
even post that right now.
No, dude.
But
Some
5
of your
years ago,
biggest
you just
yeah.
that was what was
maybe
working.
like 2017,
yeah,
18.
yeah,
That's when I got popular.
right.
Where there was
Everything
like
was popping.
and you would like the content was like first of all, video was introduced to socials like outside of YouTube, like in terms of the share a bit. Like Tim Hawkins is a comedian that I came up with, got popular by the link, like emailing links.
Yeah,
You were like, dude, emailing links to a video is crazy.
that is crazy.
You must really believe in that to send that link to you. You got to check out this video.
No, I think YouTube's definitely the spot where if you don't, Mr. Beast too, everyone knows, right? He said stuff like if YouTube's in a spot right now, if you don't spend at least like a week on a video,
Yeah.
you might as well not post it. Like,
Yeah.
that's where it's at. Like I've
like,
stopped
yeah.
because I was like 6-9 months ago. I stopped where I was still trying to do the weekly, where like
Yep.
we'd just do a 3-minute sketch and
Yeah.
it would take us an afternoon to make. And
Yeah.
I was like, we either have to not do it or I have to spend 3 days shooting
Doing it,
a
yeah,
full blown sketch. Like that's
Yeah.
where it's at. And TikTok is. Well, there was a year like during COVID and stuff. It was just like million views, and now it's like you gotta.
But I feel like it like I always feel like now I don't know if you're the same or not, but like I feel like my goal is to get this got way too serious. Anyway, if you'd like to sponsor a child, would you slip your hand? I don't know why. If I had to get what's in here out, and what's and that's like doing this podcast is a lot of stuff that are like, man, that I feel like I just don't like a lot of that. Like I would call it like real like youth group humor. I don't. It's not in here anymore. Not to mean I'm not. I don't. It's I'm
Just
not
evolving. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not. Yeah, I'm not that anymore. And I think you watch what the algorithms are doing. It's like, all right, I got to get and like TikTok, like it's super like underproduced. You just like, so what's the deal with? And you're like, kind of what we same with the pod. We like watch what the trends are and kind of ride that. Not in like it, but I'm not trying to trick the algorithm.
You
but
still have to.
Still got to produce. But yeah, my
savvy.
live stand up, I think I believe in more than I ever have before this podcast. And when I'll do like a video that I really like. We're going down to we're flying. I don't know if this video is gonna work, but I flew to San Francisco last Friday. Did I tell you about this? I flew to San Francisco and be like last year
For a show or just a video?
Just for a video.
Okay.
Last year you survived haunted mansion. This year try downtown San Francisco. It's like a haunted house, and I'm like doing all the like tents and the needle. Like,
yeah.
Do I believe in that? Yes, but
You've already shot it.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
when's it coming out?
I don't know, dude. Well, I'm nervous about putting it out, dude.
Dude, that sounds great.
Because you're like, it's like a haunted house, but it's downtown San Francisco. Like, try to avoid the needles and the open fires because but it's like, I believe in that.
Are you waiting for Halloween? Smart.
Yeah, dude. I'm thinking ahead. There you go.
It's like he knows.
But I think I take instead of just putting out a weekly video, I like wait for my shots.
Yeah. I think I'm in a similar spot where I'm now starting to like write with like, I'm gonna. You probably took 2 full days to shoot that.
What
video.
do you blame? Do you think you blame the algorithm for your stuff not doing good?
Oh, always.
I'm just joking.
That's all. It's the only fault this ever is. Yeah,
freaking
algorithm. Man.
We used to do on stage. Like I got off stage. I think I killed, and Caleb was like, "Where'd you think he lost him?" You're like, "What?" Like your notches like that. You're like,
you actually get in your head. Like seriously, was that?
Like you come after a basketball game. He's like, "Dude, we'll get it next time." You're like, "What? I thought I played good." I'm just joking with you.
Yeah, man.
We would always do that with each other. We would always be like, dude, it's freaking algorithm.
It's algorithm mess with you too.
It can't, Dustin Nickerson, we'd always talk about this. It can't be your act.
No.
It cannot be your act.
Bad crowd.
It can't be.
Late Friday.
Yeah, dude, it's like the weekend after Columbus Day. They typically.
Dude, we joke all the time. We had this one, I'm not going to out anybody. We're in this one city doing a club and there's a local host and he gets off the stage and he kind of bombed and he was like, I'm going to make up the city because I don't want. He's like, yeah, man, Lexington, they're just kind of famous for not showing love to the hosts. And we were like, oh yeah, man, yeah. And the Jake went out there, my opener, just killed it. And we're like, we've always talked about, like, this city, it's just the host.
Yeah.
Once they get past that, they're like, finally,
everybody knows that about Lexington. Yeah,
it was so funny, dude. We're like,
famous for not liking the host.
Just, any excuse is great. But that's we do enough too, where like I'm having a blast doing it. I'm trying to get better every day.
Stand up,
all that. But you do. I remember the first time I ever did it. The host was bad, and I remember just being like, I can at least do that. Like it really. And you'll do the road sometimes, and a host will come off and be like, "Oh, they're fun," and you're like, "Did you?" If that just happened to me, I would never do this again. Like
you thought that was
Some of these people are not right in the head.
Dude, I see that all the time on the internet too. As you go, all right,
posted that?
But I remember I got off the first time I ever got off stage, I bombed. But I go, okay, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna move this around. I got to get rid of that joke. I'm gonna start differently.
Yeah, you saw some hope.
I'm gonna smile, or I'm gonna dude. If people come out and do like a guest spot on our show all the time,
it's coming through loud and clear on the cam.
When you say this, what do you
dropped it? Okay, good. I dropped a drop of coffee.
No.
Yeah, dude, you got a lot on
you. Dude, is this coffee spilling all over it? Bro, it's cracking up. I just looked down. You, dude. What, is it leaking?
Wait, hold on. Andrew's dying, dude.
How long have you been laughing at that?
Hold on, has it been coming out?
I looked down. I think he finally saw me notice it. How long have you been noticing that? No, I'm good.
Wait, I didn't notice it until
how long have you noticed that?
Like 5 minutes ago.
How long?
How long, dude? 45 minutes.
It's just like a drop every time I sip it comes out. I looked down and saw a drop down here, and I was like, that wasn't there earlier, and I finally noticed. But I just hear him.
At the beginning, he said there was one.
I was one, and I looked down. Look at me, dude.
It's covered.
Where is it leaking?
Yes, it's coming out.
Oh, I love that.
Because they had the source at the beginning. Who's that from? You want to call them out?
Yeah. Screw. Don't ever go to. I don't know where I went.
Hey,
what are you saying? Sorry.
Well, you have like that colored shirt on.
It looks cool. Yeah, it looks like
it's not
stress now.
It's not white with black coffee.
Sick. Yeah.
You got to wear that to your show tonight. You have a show?
No.
Oh, yeah. No, if you like, I got up on stage and I got off and I go, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. And even now, I go, you got to be wildly, obliviously confident. Like when I said, let's go on stage, we'll figure it out. You have to be like that, and then you have to be wildly objective when you get off stage.
Right?
They'd be like, "All right, that's not good." You have to have both of those because you wouldn't go out in front of 6,000 people in Grand Prairie with nothing but your voice and be like, "I got it." That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
That's a crazy thought to have.
It is.
But then afterwards, if you're gonna be great, you immediately have to go, "I got to get rid of that joke. I got to get rid of that joke. That wasn't good. That came off a little too good or any, and then you got to fix everything. But if you don't, if somebody goes, I remember the beginning, there was Adam Caton-Holland was a comic in Denver when I was coming up. He was like the headliner, the pro. And I go, hey, can you like help me? And he goes, I mean, kind of, but you
got to really figure it out.
If you can't figure out that was, you kind of, there's no,
right.
But that's probably for everything. You're like, dude, I can kind of maybe point in the right directions or maybe, but if you can't self-correct this, if you got off stage, the guys that come out, if you got off stage, you thought you crushed, it's a wrap.
You do got to make your own mistakes. Like that, like that's how you're going to learn that stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't be like somebody's joke coach.
Yeah, it's like just going up to Michael Jordan, like, can you teach me how to dunk? It's like, I mean, you kind of, you could maybe learn to maybe do it, but
he's like, so what foot do you jump? I go, all right, no, you're done.
Which
how do you jump? You're like, all right, you can't teach Patrick Mahomes how to throw it under.
Yeah, we're Patrick Mahomes of comedy. I'd say.
How do you think this is going to affect the Chiefs going forward?
I'm worried it's a distraction.
Dang, dude.
I don't know.
Trace in the locker room.
Maybe Kelce's thrive. I think he thrives, but I don't want some of the other guys to get,
But how he's coming off a great year, right? He's great.
Oh, he's every year he just gets better.
He's the best tight end in the league.
He finally had like a little bit of an injury. He just missed one game.
Yeah.
But so it looks like maybe he's still getting back to full health. But
does he have any history with this level of the spotlight?
He had a TV show.
Did you ever see the Catching Kelce? He had a weird bachelor
All right,
show.
so he's been in this game he's fine.
But to his credit, he dated this one girl for a few years. He's never dated a famous person.
Really?
At least publicly, no. So it's kind of wild
Dude.
to start with Taylor Swift.
I know who loses, Alex.
Yeah.
You know, we said who loses.
His ex.
No, I mean maybe
A little.
somebody said on Twitter because he did that friendship bracelet or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember? He goes, fellas, shoot your shot. No, we don't need more fellas.
Yeah, who loses is every female pop star alive.
Yeah, everyone.
Pelted with phone numbers. Oh, you're not
like,
an NFL tight end.
Yeah, he's like
Jerry.
he tried it, and if he can do it, no. Every female that's popular is like, please no.
What do you think about that move? Giving her his number with a bracelet? Like, is that cool move, or is it he's just Travis Kelce and so it doesn't matter?
I think it's cute because it's him. It just works because it's him.
Right. Now, so if you're the backup tight end and you haven't put up numbers and you come into the locker room and that goes like there's the guy that he tried to rob a Waffle House in Atlanta and he's like, everybody, and then nobody moved. They were like, he's like, everybody, for real, like I'm robbing you guys, like, hey,
come on,
hands up. And then they were like, get out of here. And then I was like, dude, going back to your I was gonna say hood. Is that allowed to be? Am I allowed to say that?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, going back to your neighborhood. It's short for neighborhood. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. They're gonna be, and that video goes viral. They were like, dude, got him, dude. How old is this? You, bro? Is this you?
It's you.
Yeah.
What are you gonna steal from a Waffle House?
Yeah. Bro, no respect, dude. Yeah. Or there's a guy that tried to. There was here in Nashville. He home invaded an 82-year-old guy, and the 82-year-old guy fought him off.
Can't show your face.
Tough, dude. Tough, absolute L. Yeah. So yeah, if you're Travis Kelce and you made a friendship bracelet in the locker room, they go, "Oh, you mean the guy that had 21 TDs last year? He cool with us. The guy that helps us win this game, he cool with us. Yeah, that's within his bounds. And
that makes sense,
right?
He can kind of just do whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
and it's like if he's staying within his personality, like if it never happened for him, he still wins.
I'm just confused because he's always dated what I use this. I'm just quoting others, thick black women.
Okay,
it's just what I don't call.
Well, it's your podcast. So
I would say that. Yeah.
And John already said hood, so I mean,
I can't use abbreviations anymore.
Waffle House
anymore.
Abbreviation. It's short.
It's abbreviation.
It's a nickname. Yeah.
For what is it? You're gonna look it up.
Yeah.
Okay. He dates black.
So
girls.
it's like Taylor Swift's like the king of white girls. It's just interesting. You ever hear him talk? He's like, we got another win, baby. Go sweet. We out here out right now.
He's like, yeah,
that's how he talks.
Yeah.
Is that how he interacts with T Swift?
Yeah.
She's like,
I'm gonna have to calm it down a little bit. Yeah.
Her next album just has 6 rap tracks on
exactly. It's just so urban. 21 Savages on it.
Featuring Lil Yachty.
Yeah. What is this?
T Swift.
I can see it.
No, it's I can.
Yeah. You see.
I like it.
See,
dude.
That's his vibe, man.
Yeah, all these women fit that bill, except for Taylor.
I would say as long as you're clear, you're like, hey, this is definitely not one of those podcasts where you're just that's talk about celebrities. But as long as everyone's clear on the transaction, you're like,
right,
all right, I'm doing this with Jennifer Lopez, and you're like, hey, I need to get back in the spotlight. You need it. We're gonna be miserable together, but everybody's good
for sure.
If someone catches feelings and they're like, oh, I thought this was a PR thing, you're like, oh shoot.
I love picturing them together. They're just miserable. We got to do this. It's a good thing. She's just playing his guitar. He's like, "Shawty, you got to put up that guitar."
Who's saying this now?
That's Travis talking.
Oh, he's sick of her playing. That's
yeah. She's just always playing it. Yeah. He's just, why are we together? This is miserable. We got to do it.
He's trying to play video games.
Yeah. Y'all tripping for real. She's like, I don't understand what you're saying.
He did Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift in the same season.
Yeah, nice.
He's got a lot of range, dude. I don't understand.
Wow, right before our eyes.
I don't understand what you're saying, dude. But that's what's right about the internet is what we. According to you, I don't make videos anymore. But
I'm no longer an influencer like you. But,
he goes, when did you stop making videos?
No respect. No, was what you're saying was you mentioned.
He's like, I haven't seen one in a while.
And then you followed up with I'm posting more than ever now.
No, your stand-up clips crush, but you haven't made a full-blown video in a while. Isn't that an accomplishment? Shipshawana. Dude, can you sell any tickets in New York City? I can't. I sold like 2. I got to go out to Long Island, dude.
Yeah, I can't sell. They go to New Jersey, and I'm like, they carry me out on their shoulders. I'm crying, dude. Gosh, go to New York City. They're like, dude, you're on Broadway. I go, no, I gotta tell. I'm out on the sidewalk, like, hey, $5 tickets to a comedy show. It's my comedy show.
Do you get? I feel like people when they're trying to gas you up, they're like, yeah, Trey, one of these days, man. I mean, I'm seeing it. Your vision board, Madison Square Garden. I'm like, I mean, an arena would obviously be really cool. That's the last arena in the world I would sell out.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
get us the end of it. Yeah. Somewhere outside of
Fort Wayne, Indiana, maybe?
Oh
yeah.
Al
had a third show. I'm going back to Shipshewana for a week.
What does that mean?
I'm staying there. I'm doing like a residency.
Yeah, it's like, oh shoot, dude. Man, I was out in Vegas. I saw like Ray Romano and stuff. I was like, dude, a residency would be so cool. Ours won't be in Vegas.
Yeah, no, residency in Fort Wayne.
See, I'll be at Salt Lake for the rest of my life.
Dude,
Provo bank, but
yeah. St. George. Wait, Shipshewana, is it a casino or something? Or
it's an Amish like barn, and we packed it out.
What does it buy? Is it by Indianapolis, or is it in the middle?
Dude, ask the question again, different tone. Just ask it again, different tone.
Where in the world is this place? No,
because it's called Shipshewana.
That's right off the Amtrak.
Yeah, no, it's the opposite. I can't go. Yeah, I can't go near the Amtrak. Yeah, it's not in the hood.
That's
Come
amazing.
On, dude. No.
Is that announced yet?
Well, you go what?
Is it announced?
It's not announced yet. Yeah.
Well,
but they don't because they're Amish. They don't really get. They put it up on the bulletin board when you go. Yeah, they don't have the internet.
Trinidad will hear it before.
Trinidad and Tobago.
And Tobago. Sorry,
no,
Tobago.
All right. So you go. What are you like? I remember like Sebastian. He's like, dude, you sell out 4 in Madison Square Garden, but then can't like do Arizona,
right?
Or not him specifically, but like
no, that's
everybody. No. That's everybody.
Right.
So you're like, all right, you can go to New York, LA, Chicago, Atlanta, or I mean, we've been touring. We can tour like 300 markets.
Yeah.
In the U.S. Yeah. Literally, we can do it. We went to Peterborough, Ontario.
How was that?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's why I was texting you because I thought of you when I was in Weird Town.
Yeah. That's the name of my next tour. Weird Town.
Weird Town.
Towns you never heard of tour. Yeah.
Well, I was in Wabash, Indiana. Have you played there before?
Dude, yeah.
And I was like, what is this? And we sold 1,000 tickets.
Of course you did. Yeah, I can't go
9,000 people live there. I'm like, where are they coming from?
How do you all?
I
can't go to Wabash because my radio class was Shipshewana. But no.
We're in a battle. I was like, Team Wabash over here, dude. I'll never step on Shipshewana.
No, so you go, all right, well, do you go, if you, I think it was Jay Moore that was talking about, he's like, I can't sell in the Northeast, but I crushed at all these, should you keep trying to beat down that door or just go to where they like you?
Right.
He goes, why now you should always try to, we go to Canada and we'll go to new markets, try to expand. We're like, what they're like begging for you. We had like a 4th and 5th show in Arizona. Just keep going there.
Right.
Yep. The jokes are the jokes. Now, do you want to go to Radio City? I don't know. Probably, yeah, that'd be nice. But
it'd be cool, but it's like, I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah.
Are you sentimental like that? Like if you had the chance to play some crazy
more questions.
Is this not a conversation? All right. Does he do this to all the guests?
No,
just you, man. Just for you.
What? Go ahead.
Do you have an extra shirt and some merch somewhere?
Some merch. What?
No, just like I don't know. Like, have you played a venue where you're like, you know what? I could play this venue down the street and make 3 times as much money, but I gotta play this one because wow, it'd be cool. Are you like that?
Let's see. The Ryman's like that,
right? I did. That was one that was cool to me. I feel like sometimes
is that the setup of this question, just to say you could do the Ryman?
Yeah, sold it out.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Beautiful evening.
It was packed. I would think. There are. Well, we were like that originally with the churches,
right? Because
churches performing in churches is crazy because there's no rent.
It's free.
Every place we go to now, the rent is minimum 10 grand.
Right.
Off the jump, it's like 10 grand to turn the lights on. And all the people, it's probably more than that. So at a church, if you are coming to town, there's all the churches in town. They want you at yours because all the Christians from all over the city are going to come to that one. I don't know. I put them in quotes.
Yeah, put it there for some reason.
All the Christian. Well, how was that necessary? Just a shot.
Yeah, it's free publicity.
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, this is nice. These cushion chairs. They got these video screens. Oh, look at this playground they got out here. Maybe we should. It's like they would want you in their building.
You converted thousands of people when you think about it.
And then, I'm just kidding.
I do remember being with you. Because I grew up in Oklahoma going to a big church, but I didn't know how big churches could get.
Yeah,
we did
big.
in Houston.
Oh yeah,
you sold out like a 5,000 seater church.
Yeah,
and I remember being back there, and some guy walked back, and they're like, "We're getting a lot of complaints about the Drake music."
Yeah,
I remember you just being like,
"That was one of the."
Guess just don't. It was like clean version of Drake.
I don't know, that was one of the. That's one of the things about.
Like,
we just don't do it. We just don't do churches anymore.
Right.
Yeah, because. Yeah, you just go, hey, there's not really any. If you now the transaction is very clear. Same with yours. You like the videos. You like I'm coming to your town. You got a night off.
You kind of know what's happening. Yeah.
How much are your tickets? $35, 40,
yeah,
something like that. You got 50. You got $60. 2 people. We'll go laugh for 2 hours. Everybody wins.
Mm-hmm.
When the church is like, wait, so are we like the pastor be like this Friday? We got a comedian coming in. Bring your friend. It's like, is this like a
Yeah, is this like part sermon?
Is this like an outreach are we trying to get what exactly? It's a confusing transaction. What exactly is going on here?
Yeah.
So but those are all free. Rent is free,
and then a bunch of people
way more
volunteer, right?
Yeah, all merch people are free.
Yeah.
All the workers are free. And then one time we were at this church in Louisville. You might have been there. They said you can't sell merch because that's like Jesus. Remember
selling merch?
Like Jesus wasn't selling merch.
Well, he came in the temple.
Yeah.
I know the story. He'd come whip out. Yeah,
he goes
tables
because
over.
people were selling stuff in the chickens or something, and I don't know what the story is. No. I know what the story is. Hold on, let me tell the story.
Jesus selling merch.
No, what happened was
Jesus was selling hoodies.
He selling
this the temple
MAGA hats.
Yeah, Jesus was selling that.
Yeah,
it was the temple, and people were selling like forgiveness of sins or something. Is that right, or are they selling chickens?
Is it the story when he brings in their whips?
When Jesus flips
tables,
Jesus flips the tables.
I'm pretty sure he was like
they were just they were like selling stuff in the temple, making it like a.
They were turning supposed to be God's house into a marketplace. It was not a smart
animals. There you go.
It was a farmer's market.
All right, so they're selling items,
in
animals, and exchanging currency.
Basically,
they're
ripping Crist merch.
No, okay, yeah, they're selling. Okay,
that's interesting. You couldn't sell any at all.
And I go, Matt, that seems fair. But then I go, well, this temple is also youth group kids are having a farting contest here. So
yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think this is the holy of holies.
Like the rabbi of the temple made 6 figures. Like
the rabbi has a private jet. Yeah. Or you go, what about in the youth room? They play basketball in there. Is that part of the church, or is that
different?
Where is it? The sanctuary? Because we're in the lobby.
They have an Xbox room. What is this? Yeah.
You guys stream 7 hours a week.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So then we had it like down the hall in like an auxiliary room. I was like, well, we're going to be outside. Where is the line that you say?
Oh, that's
interesting. So you're like, where can we do? But I was like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that where in church you feel like you have a voice to complain because you're under the rules that I'm under.
You're part of it.
Yeah. So now you're like, I don't know, like what if there's Drake? I don't know what there is of our show now, but they're like, who do you complain to? The guy?
Exactly. You email the venue and they're just like, screw you.
He's
I don't
like,
care about you.
What?
The church has to.
Yeah. But we like those people. I mean, most of the show is still like similar. Do people ever come at you for I thought you were a Christian?
Shockingly, no. I feel like I've my whole
Trey.
career. Yeah, I've been very nervous about it, but I mean, I can count on one hand how many times people maybe DM me like, "Hey, we did do." There's like a Michael J. Fox joke somewhere recently, and a lot of people got upset about that.
Yeah,
that was
Yeah,
that one's too soon. Still
too soon. He's a great guy.
Is he?
I mean, I love him.
Yeah. Well, I think Travis and Kelce, or Travis and
Taylor
will be fine with all these jokes.
Do you ever think of that when you make a video of
they're gonna see it? They're gonna see it.
Like,
yeah, they're gonna see it.
What are the odds that Taylor Swift has seen the video I made, the 45-second TikTok I made, making fun of her exes?
But
I wonder if I think the answer is
she
either
lives in
one.
the same circles that we do.
I know, right? I think the
Yeah.
answer is either 100% or 0%.
Yeah, it's
Like it's like
there's no in between.
it's either you'd be shocked at how much they're paying attention to that, or,
Yeah.
or it's like, dude, it's Taylor Swift. She hasn't even opened Instagram in a year. It's like, oh, I
Well,
would believe both.
How does she make all the songs about the negative tweets if she's not on Twitter?
That's a good point.
She has a tweet hunter.
She has a
Yeah,
somebody just
She's like, look at all the main
Yeah.
things. You want to use this? You're like,
Yeah.
I'll take this one. Yeah. Well, shoot, dude, it's good to have you on the board of pod.
Man,
You
thanks
gotta
for having
promote
me. It's been
anything?
too long.
You got to promote anything? You on
I'm
tour?
just on tour for the next while. So
Oh,
come,
yeah.
come see me, man.
Who's on your tour these days? Jake?
Jake, my boy Jake's opening for me
My
still.
guy, dude.
DJ Michaels pops in every
yeah.
now
Oh,
and then.
yeah, dude.
Michael, he's the man.
Oh, I saw with Jake at your wedding.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's killing it. He's
yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, how many do you estimate people do you think died at that because of you had a wedding during COVID?
We know the number. It was
I asked
3.
one question and he tightens up, dude. He's all I don't have anything to say now.
It was only 3.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
fine, yeah.
No, it was delayed, right?
It
You
was-
delayed it?
Yeah, we had it in 2021, but it's in Texas, so
Yeah,
fine.
they didn't have it down there.
They eradicated it.
It was
They did it
when
all.
was it in summer?
summer of 2021. So we started getting back on the road. Then it was weird because like in Texas,
Wow, dude,
that's when
yeah.
you would start do dates. Where like in Texas, it didn't matter at all. And then I did a show in like Vermont, and
Yeah.
they were like,
Oh yeah, shut it down.
they
yeah.
made me wear a mask in my green room by myself.
It's
It's
tough.
just like, wow.
Wait, is that why do you think you had the buses to get to your wedding? So it was security, so nobody.
Yeah,
could-
right.
nobody
The
could find
chartered
it. Yeah.
buses. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure everyone was safe.
No, because you don't want fans. Knowing where it was.
Yeah, you people used to do the sparkler exits. If you're
Yeah.
all right, you saw me like, is Trey going out the back right now?
I
It's
mean,
like,
yeah, sure, it was
I'm
a
gonna.
little weird.
Yeah, he comes down
On
to
the
popcorn
net-
machine. That'd be sweet.
On the
All right, dude.
it
Trey
was a
Kennedy,
positive.
checking on the road, dude. Good to see you, my
It was a
man.
Thanks, man.
positive. You cannot be serious. On the net, it's a positive.